What's up, guys? Here we're back here at GXGamers. Here we got a second place deck profile video with what's your name, sir?
My name is Michael.
Michael. Yeah, he's gonna be talking for now. So go ahead.
What up, guys? So this is my Disaster Dragon deck. So it's pretty standard, not too much deviation, but so we got 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, pretty much in every Disaster Dragon deck. 3 Red Eyes Wyvern as well. So this is just a really powerful card. It's like one of the best boss monsters in EDISON. This, if it's in the grave, you can banish it to bring your Red MD back. It's pretty powerful. Pokemon Drago, I love this card. This card is it's really good. It basically stops the opponent from summoning lights or darks, which is like everything. So it's really strong. End phase, you have to reveal a dragon. So that's kind of the downside. Because if you can't do that, it pops itself. But it's pretty strong, really strong. And you play a bunch of dragons anyway, so it's not like that's a problem. Triple Mass Dragons. This card's really good. It's a really good recruiter. Plays under oppression, which this deck plays. It's really strong. And then this will float into. So play 3 of these. So it'll float into another one, or it'll float into Exploder, Totem, or Debris. So these are my targets for Mass Dragon, and pretty much play 5. Most people don't play 2 Exploder Dragon. I play 2. I'm even thinking about thinking to 3. This card's crazy. It basically does what DD Warrior Lady does. I know a lot of dragons play DD Warrior Lady, but this is arguably better than DD Warrior Lady because it clears a lot of the same threats. It keeps you don't risk your opponent like torrentialing or mirror forcing your DD Warrior Lady and turning off your totem. You can also, it's super consistent because you can bring it out at pretty much any time with Mass Dragon. Just crash, bring this guy out. And if you have multiple, it's just good to have in hand because it answers pretty much a lot of the same things DD Warrior Lady answers. It's really good. I'm thinking about being 3. Another thing is with DD Warrior Lady, another downside is I know a lot of people play it because this deck normally doesn't play a lot of monsters, but and that's why they play DD Warrior Lady to compensate for the lack of monsters. But I'd rather up on Exploder Dragon instead because when you're bricking and you have like a dead Kwakimeru, you can normal Kwakimeru and phase reveal Exploder, but you can't do that with DD Warrior Lady. So in my opinion, I think this is a lot better than DD Warrior Lady, even though DD Warrior Lady can answer a lot of things that this can't. But I side the DD Warrior Ladies. It's matchup dependent, I suppose. But there's these. Totem Dragon is free to play 2. It's just really strong. Gets out your red MDs and gets out your red MDs and gets out your other big dragons, which I'll get to in a moment. And then Debris Dragon, I play for utility. I play a good chunk of synchros. I'll talk about in the end once I get to the extra deck. But there are some really good dragon synchros this can bring out. So I'll get into that in a moment. But it's just for utility. I usually use it to answer certain things, like Black Rose, AFD. Sometimes you just need a 26 beater, and this plus this makes, or 25 beater. This makes Iron Chain Dragon. But this also makes Exploder Dragon Wing, which I'll get into in a moment. It's really strong. Just play 1 because it's 2x, and when you're swarming with red MD, it's really powerful. These are the 2 payoff dragons I play that synergize with Totem Dragon. They're pretty strong. Lad is crazy, and then White Knight. I'll side out if the opponent's not on like D prison, stuff like that. But this is really good. It's just typically sided out for something else if the opponent, depending. So next is spells. Future Fusion.
Best card.
Yeah, if you win this, if you open this, you pretty much win. It's so strong. You just out-resource your opponent like crazy with all your graveyard options. It's really strong. Also, this deck is heavily based off of what's his name? The one on, I don't remember who built it, but it was like a topping deck on EDISONformat.com. But I also got a lot of inspiration from E3 Yu-Gi-Oh's build, the one that he got first at a YCS sign event.
It plays DD Warrior Lady, right?
Yeah, it mains DD Warrior Lady, but I opted to main more Exploder Dragons instead of DD Warrior Lady. But I do side DD Warrior Lady. So there's a lot of I learned a lot from that deck profile. So Future Fusion is really good. I typically, because Brain Con, oh shit, should we just pause it? Okay. So Brain Control, the reason I don't want to summon 2 red MDs in the end phase is because Brain Control's a card. So I normally will like send 3 Red Eyes Wyvern and like 1 Darkness Metal, and then the other one like a utility card. That's pretty much what I learned from E3 this video. It's a lot, really good advice.
I have a lot to learn though.
Free book. Book of Moon is a really good card. It's super powerful. Definitely, it helps protect your red MDs and other monsters from like things like Bottomless. It's really good. It's also Interruption. It's really strong. Yeah, very versatile card, and it protects your high value monsters. Triple Upstart to get to your win con faster. Yeah, yeah. Keegan is against this ad, but I like it because when you open Future Fusion, you're just in such a good spot.
And your dragons are big, so
yeah.
Even if they have a lot of life points, you can just kill them.
Exactly, and there's just a lot of really powerful cards, you know, in the deck that you want to see. Gold Sark to get to your double Gold Sark to get to your Future Fusion, and then backer removal pretty much. Play Trinade for pushes because you know there's a lot of times we have games, so Trinade's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And then we got double Bottomless.
Crazy.
Yeah, I play a bunch of trends. So I play double Bottomless, Torrential, Mirror Force, Judgment, Dust Shoot. You know all the powerful 1-ups. Bottomless is really strong, and then I also play Starlight Road because I'm on so much macro. And Call of the Haunted because your monsters are so powerful. Call of the Haunted's really good because you bring back a red MD or like a White Knight or something. Yeah, or a Quacky Mirror even. Like you're just in such a good spot, so it's definitely worth it. I know it's a little slow, but it's really powerful. And then Oppression, this deck can play an Oppression because you play Mass Dragon and Totem, and you know it's just yeah, and you can just tribute summon your big guys. So this deck plays under Oppression pretty well. But I only main one, and I side the other.
Let's go to extra deck?
Yeah, extra deck or side?
Whichever you want.
Extra, okay. We'll do extra deck. So I play Trident Dragon. This thing almost never comes up, but it's just there because it can possibly come up. You could bring it with like Debris Dragon plus like I think Debris plus Totem is like or I don't know. There's like ways to bring it out. But you need Debris Dragon plus like because this is level 10.
Yeah.
So that's like. Yeah, you need this plus like a 6. Yeah. So plus like 2 3s in Debris. Oh, is Debris? Yeah, Debris is a 4. So this plus 2 3s, which is like your Mass Dragons and your Exploder Dragons. Yeah. So this can come up and you can OTK with it, but it almost never does.
Okay.
So because my only way to Synchro Summon is Debris Dragon, this is pretty much my Synchro stuff. So we got the Trident Dragon, we got Stardust. This is for Starlight Road. You can't really bring this out with Debris Dragon. I mean, you can with 2 totems, but you're really doing this for Starlight Road. Yeah. And I should be citing a second, it just hasn't come in the mail yet. Black Rose, AFD, just crazy with Debris Dragon, because you can just make 7s. And then this card is amazing, it came up today. So Exploder Dragon Wing, I play 2. This card is basically like, it's kind of like Catastor, it's really strong. So if it attacks a monster with attack lower than it, it destroys the monster with its effect, and then burns burn damage equal to that destroyed monster's original attack. So it's really strong and outs a lot of things that this deck has trouble outing, such as Spirit Reaper, things like that. It's just actually I used this today to out a Spirit Reaper, so it's really strong. Yeah, it's just really crazy. Like if you can't, like it kills recruiters, it kills DD Warrior Lady, it just destroys, it kills so many things that like threaten your other dragons. So this is really powerful and it's super easy to make because you just need Debris Dragon plus a level 3. Now, Debris Dragon doesn't use its effect to bring out a level 3, so you just need to get both on field, which isn't hard because you have Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, which will bring out, you know, Debris, and then you just normal the level 3, or vice versa. You could just bring out a level, you know, but it's pretty. Should I?
Wait, we're doing deck profile.
Yeah, one moment. Yeah, and then Iron Chain, just for when you normal summon Debris Dragon and revive Totem. And it's just a 25 beater, sometimes it's really good in top decks. I played double 5-head. I played 2 just because of my Future Fusion. I mean, if I Trinade my own Future Fusion, I could just do it again.
Oh, I see.
But like, you know, it never comes up, it's just, I have the space. Because this deck doesn't use an extra deck, so I might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Catastor, Brio, Goyo, Messerum, just utility cards. Yeah. because they don't really come up, but you know, just in case, like, you know, creature swap or something crazy. And then here's my side. Dust Tornado for back row. Smashing for things that you just can't beat over. Like Titanials or just like Spirit Reaper. Just random things that, you know, you might have trouble getting over. This didn't come up at all. Rivalry, in case you know, the ruling for Rivalry in Edison format is really stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
It basically, if your opponent controls like a machine, they contribute that machine for Caius. It doesn't. This card sucks. It's just a placeholder. This should be 2 Noblemen and Crossouts. I'm just waiting on those to come in the mail. Pulling the Rug is really good, just against heroes and heroes, monarchs, a lot of things. Yeah, even plants and Diva as well. My Body. This should be a second Starlight Road, but it didn't come up today, I don't think. But it's just a good card. Prime Material. Now, if White Knight Dragon is bad in that matchup, I'll typically swap it for Prime Material Dragon, because this takes care of a lot of staples. Mirror Force, Torrential, things like that. Bottomless. It's just a really good card to have on the field. So
Good against bird too.
yeah, good against a lot of things. So I swap it out for White Knight. The Second Oppression, it comes in against things like zombies, but I main one side one because some decks Oppression just doesn't do anything against. So I main one side one. Transmigration Prophecy, because I'm on pure dragons, I can't play DD Crow, so I play this. This card is arguably better than DD Crow, because it gets 2, and you have to set it, and it's chainable, so if your opponent like MSTs it, you still get the value for it, you know? It's really strong, and then also, shuffling things in deck is arguably better than banishing, because with like Blackwing decks or like Via Turbo, they main, or even side Burial from a different dimension. So, basically, this kind of makes their Burial from a different dimension dead. It's really strong. There's a reason this card's a 1. And then I side triple DD Warrior Lady. It's really good. I see why Keegan plays it from E3 Yu-Gi-Oh. This came up for me so much. Every time it did, it just put in so much work. I'm considering maining like 2 or 1, honestly. Maybe taking out Upstart or something, I don't know. But this card's really strong, and I might move it from the side to the main, at least some of them. Or I don't know, but it comes in, but it doesn't come in every matchup, so I don't know. But it's really strong, but also so is Exploder Dragon. Exploder Dragon is also really strong too. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Any shoutouts or any last words?
No, I guess shout out to E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, the Edison guy, because I got the idea to play DD Warrior Lady from him, watching his videos. And then, yeah, but that's it.
Okay, awesome. Have a good day.
Why do you guys have to